There wasn't a whole lot of warning before this storm hit. Just a couple days before, this is what the garden looked like. And as you can see, it only took a couple of minutes for the carnage to be complete. We went from wondering who might want some more lettuce to the shock of, could there possibly be anything left? As soon as I hit the post button on Facebook, the condolences began rolling in from all around the world. You know, it didn't take long for the shock to wear off. As the clouds moved away and the cat started coming out from under the couch, my outlook started to change. The windows had held, we were all safe, there was no water in the basement, and perhaps best of all, there were some really great people from around the world who cared about us. I mean, life is pretty good. Funnily enough, the more comments that came in about all of the hard work down the drain and all of that green lush garden smashed to smithereens, the more I thought about last year's garden. I mean, the same amount of work went into last year's garden as this garden, but we hardly got anything. Like, I'd be surprised if we were able to eat more than 3 or 4 salads and give away a bag or 2. The cool, wet weather last year was just not good for growing conditions. And while I was thinking about the gardens from this year and last year, a couple of questions popped to mind. You know, those sneaky little questions that make you step back and think about the deeper implications? Nothing's ever simple once you start exploring deeper and deeper. You know, and the kind that also make good questions for when you're doing dishes or driving and you're tired of listening to the radio. Okay, so here's one of the questions. All things being equal, same amount of time and effort going into the garden, and you end up at the exact same point of not having very much in the garden at all. Which is worse? To have a lush garden that is pummeled to smithereens, or to tend a garden all season that never produces much? When you start thinking about it, the implications for other areas of your life are kind of interesting to see where your answers differ and they don't. I'd love to know which of those two you find worse and anywhere else your thoughts led. Feel free to leave your comments below or send an email. Oh, and if you want to hear what the other question was, click on the link below to go to the blog post. I'm Lorraine Watson with followyourlight.com, wishing you fewer storms and much sunnier skies on your journey to being full of yourself in everything you do.